right, so here we go. We're gonna dive right into your warm-up's gonna be a part of your workout. And I'm gonna do this all in succession. You can separate the core series out of this, and I think you'll remember once we get going. But so we're gonna start off with just a squat to row. All right, squat to row. Make this dynamic and do a couple of these guys. And once you start feeling warmed up, take it to a fly. All right, take it to a fly. 10 to 15. 10 to 15. That's going to be kind of your number for everything. 10 to 15. Then we're going to come into this single leg Romanian deadlift. Sometimes you can call it a touchdown, but you're going to hip hinge, single leg hip hinge. What you're going to do, right? You're going to start off hands. When arms are straight, handles are at hip height, about a foot and a half out in front of you. So it's like the hands are on tracks. From here, you're going to extend the leg back, reach forward, come through and drive that knee up. Extend back, drive that knee up. So you're searching for a stretch in the hamstrings and glutes, and then coming back through. Search for that stretch in the hamstrings and glutes, come back through. Right? If you find that your balance is a little off, take your hands a little bit wider. You should feel restriction here. Again, just like everything else with the TRX, the band should be tight like guitar strings the entire time. So you don't want the bands to be all like this, right? You want to keep tension throughout the entire movement. So again, we'll go left, right. Then from there, what you're going to do is you're going to do face pulls, right? So again, thumbs down, elbows high, right? Thumbs down, elbows high. Hopefully you can see this, right? Rotate the thumbs down, elbows high. So 10 to 15, then you're going to go right into bicep curls, and it's the exact opposite. You want to think thumbs out, elbows in, right? Thumbs out, elbows in, and keep those elbows high. The tendency that happens is this. We start to turn it into a row. So again, 10 to 15. After that, you're going to drop the hands down, and then you're going to do that row. We're going to soft bend those knees. I'm slipping all over the floor, but you're going to soft bend those knees, and we're going to make this a little bit more dynamic. You're still keeping those bands tight like guitar strings, but I'm just moving a little quicker. Thumbs out, palms are facing up, elbows in. Again, 10 to 15. From there, we're going to take the bands down. We're going to go again. I like to do this. I like to go handles at about knee height. For me, that's optimal. Again, you're going to do your split squat. In the past, just make sure this is nice and tight, right? That you put your leg in the one that's nice and tight. The other one's going to be loose and it'll be able to fall right out. In the past, we've used a dowel rod, or again, while you're there, you can use a chair or something to support yourself if you need it getting in and out. All right, we're going to put that foot in the strap, right? Send the hip back. The big thing is you're going to load into the heel here, right? The tendency is to sometimes let that knee shoot forward. Load in a little bit more into the heel. Again, hands can be out here. Again, you can hold onto the wall, get yourself a chair, right? Whatever you need to do. Again, 10 to 15, and then we're going to switch legs. From there, we're going to take these guys out, and we're going to do all your upper body push stuff. So with the straps, let's see how I can angle this. I think I'll use this guy. With the straps, we're going to take it all the way down, right? For all your push muscle, upper body push muscles is what we're going to be working here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do that pullover, right? And this is where, again, I like to do this with the straps, not the hands, but the straps. This is where we're doing mostly. This is more shoulder, less elbow. Again, when you go into this, cores engage, right? Slight tuck, cores engage, glutes engage. You're doing your plank. So we're just challenging your plank position and pulling out of it. Inhale in the stretch, exhale out. Again, same thing, 10 to 15. Then we're going to go handles, right? And actually, you know what I want you to do? This is a little variation from what we did the last video. You're going to go chest fly, right? So same idea. Elbows stay a little bit bent, just like with a pullover. You're moving at the shoulder, not the elbow. Elbows start off a little bent. Let me see if I can position here even better, right? And again, the thing to watch here is that we're not doing this, right? Or going too low and start to bring it into a press, right? Keep those elbows bent and maintain that bend. Don't let that bend increase or decrease. Come and do a little stretch, exhale, drive out. Come and do a little stretch, exhale, drive out. From there, we're going to come back forward, and you're going to come into your tricep extensions. Now, basically, we're making that same move as we did before with that pullover. Now, the only thing different is we're bending at that elbow. Same thing, we're challenging our plank position. So the back's not arching, we're not keeping the hips back. Keep everything together. Move the hips and shoulders together, bending at the elbow. As always, anything with TRX, right? If we walk our feet back or now closer to the hands, it's going to be easier. If we walk our feet in this direction, it's going to be much harder. Last thing you're going to do in this series, again, 10 to 15 of everything, is you're going to come into your press. All right? So again, the big thing here is just making sure that the bands kind of sit right above that upper arm and shoulder. You don't want them to rub the upper arm and shoulder, but you don't want them too high either. All right? And again, at the bottom position, wrist and elbow are aligned. Right? So I'm not here. Wrist and elbow are aligned. Right? Again, 10 to 15. With all these, 10 to 15, if 15 is super easy, then make it more challenging by walking the feet further back. Or you can also make it less stable by bringing the base of support in. So what I mean by that is if you're here on your push-up, you can make it more challenging by bringing the feet closer together. You can also go on one leg to make it more challenging on your core to have to stabilize. So that's your main meat and potatoes. Now we're going to work into your core stuff. So if you're coming right off of that workout, the handle should be at the appropriate height. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do that hip bridge or hip thrust. So the heels are going to go in, right? And then from here, hands down. I like to put my hands here. It's just a personal preference. First rendition is you're just going to drive your heels into, the heels drive down into the strap as your butt squeezes and you drive your hips up, right? So again, and you're just focusing on how hard can you squeeze your glutes. Drive to the heels. Number two, when that gets really easy, you can do this guy. And actually, this is not only a progression, it's really just a different exercise. This is even going to be more hamstring. So we're just going to come into bridges. And you really want knees and hips aligned. You want those handles really right underneath the anchor point to make this effective. Right? So again, now we're just driving the hips up. Now we're getting a little less glute, a little bit more into the hamstring. Last one is you're going to do leg curls. That hips up, pull in, extend out, back down. So these are just variations. And if you want to make it even more challenging, keep the hips up the entire time. Now, the one I want you to start with is just this guy. Right? That's number one. Get the glutes to fire. All right, so from there, you're going to come into your crunch. And I want you to do your crunch first. So this is just that V-up crunch. Right? Just shortening the ribs and the hips. Inhale, exhale. When that becomes easy, you can turn it into a sit-up. Right? So you're actually going to do that before the hip bridge, the hip extension. And then the last one you're going to do is your plank series. I'm going to show you 3 different variations. Again, I want you to start with the plank first. So the old way that I remember this is right over left, left over right. Sorry, left over right, right over left. Left handle over right handle. Grab your straps, put your feet in, right over left when you come back. Left over right, right over left. Low plank, number 1, nice and engaged. Squeeze your glutes, engage your core. Number 2, high plank. Again, keep everything engaged. When this gets easy, you can take it to a reverse crunch. The big thing here is to keep the hips up, right, as the knees come in. Don't let the hips sag. We're not doing this. Hips up, knees in. Number 3, do a pipe. But for you right now, focus on that low plank. Get everything nice and engaged. Hope this is helpful. Reach out if you need anything, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.